Hey guys, Christina Ricci. If you want more pars, put your sunglasses on. It's too bright. Oh man, that's better. Now I can actually do this intro. If you want more pars, head to the link below and get the Divot board. This is awesome. A great training aid for your long game and your short game. Right now, I'm going to show you how to use it for your chipping. You ready? Let's get to it. So the Divot board is fantastic around the green. So if you're practicing around the green, go ahead and start without a ball. And let's get your low point consistent. All right, so you're going to have more weight on your front side. There's no weight shift back. All right, so if you weight shift back, you're going to hit behind. You're going to get your sternum slightly ahead, more weight on your front side. And then you're just going to pivot back and through. And the divot should be ball and then divot. All right, so this is a great way to warm up before you start chipping to make sure your low point's consistent. All right, players that was a good one, move their head will tend to get the divot ahead. So yes, we want to keep our head quiet while we strike, and then you want to rotate through. The very last thing you want to do is keep your head down like I did on that last one. All right, so keep it quiet as you strike and then rotate through. All right, so my divot's consistent. Once you get a consistent divot, you're ready for a ball. All right, so you're going to put a ball right on top of the divot board. All right, so the divot board's about 1/4 of an inch. All right, so it's this thick. So just choke up a little bit on your club. All right, to offset that. And same deal. All right, so the divot was good. All right, so it's just a smart way to practice. Kind of layer in the cake. You're starting without a ball, then you're going to move to putting a ball, and then you'll take the divot board away. All right, so a lot of players aren't sure what to practice, and with the divot board, it gives you feedback that you can actually use. That was really nice. So the divot was, I hit the ball and then divot. It was really nice. I find where players go off is tempo. So if you find your divot is ahead, really watch your tempo. Is it faster in the transition? All right, if you find that it's fast, give yourself a little beat at the top of your chip. All right, and then when you're comfortable, after you've done a bunch, your low point's consistent, put the divot board away. All right, where players can go off, I'm going to just point out a couple important things. All right, weight shift. All right, so if you have weight shift and you fall back and you're trying to help it, you'll hit behind it. If you just use your arms and no torso or hips, which I see a lot, all right, your divot's most likely going to be way behind. All right, so if you blade it or chunk it, make sure that you're moving everything together. All right, so I like your arms zipped to your torso, and a little rotation back and through. Make sure you turn your chest. You don't need hinge here. There's no weight shift back. Everything's moving together. All right, so then you get a nice divot where it's supposed to be. All right, so if you find that you're hitting way behind on the divot board, make sure you're not taking the club too inside and getting too shallow. All right, if you get too shallow, all right, you're going to hit way behind on the divot board. All right, the chip stroke wants to work a little more vertical, but not steep. But you don't want to get too shallow, meaning too around your body with the club. And so the club kind of just wants to work a little back, so kind of the club stays outside your hands a little bit, and you just pivot your body. All right, so just be mindful that you don't take it too inside or too outside. All right, so players can go off in a variety of ways. Players that maybe keep their head down too long or move their head too soon before they strike it. All right, your low point's going to change. So essentially, you want to pivot right around your front leg If you struggle with this, go ahead and get on one leg. We call this a flamingo. This will really help you pivot around your front leg. Keep your head quiet while you strike. All right, so the flamingo is a great way to groove more crisp contact. Just want to point out another culprit of chipping, players that open their shoulders too soon. All right, so what that looks like is the shoulder line opens too soon. All right, so be patient. Keep your back facing the target a little longer during the transition. All right, so don't jump on it. Be patient in your transition. That's a biggie. A lot of players get anxious around the green. Their tempo quickens, and that gets the shoulders opening too soon. All right, so everything's connected, arm to torso, a little pivot. There's no weight shift back though. Pivot right around here, but you're still pivoting. And then you're gonna rotate through. All right, so everything's connected, arm to torso, a little pivot. There's no weight shift back though. All right, and you can see the divot was just right. Hit the ball, then divot.